guys, I'm Tiffany. I hope you're doing well. So, let me mute the mic, sorry. Tonight, this is session 11, part 2. And I'm gonna give you a couple of disclaimers up front. This is already at least my 10th attempt at this video today. My house is very active. You are going to see things get thrown around. You're going to hear noises. And truth be told, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some live footage that's seriously going to blow your mind. And it's not bad, but anything that you see between now and then, which at that point I'm referring to spirit guides, because today I'm going to show you how to set up a sacred space and actually meet and talk to and get proof of your spirit guides. Okay, let me make sure I covered all the disclaimers. So yeah, things are gonna fly across the room. Ignore them. If you scare easy, might want to move on to one of the other videos. Tonight's video is the first of this type. I usually talk a lot about the awakening and now that we're at that breakthrough thing, I just kind of want to go over just want to summarize those last few little pieces. Then that's it. We have broken through. But remember, the awakening process is a lifelong process. It is a journey. It is your journey. My journey is not your journey. However, I can save you a whole bunch of time and trouble and probably freak you out with whatever goes on around me in the background, all in every single video. So the reason why there is so much activity around me right now is because I've made it very clear a few times that traumatic events, well, let me rephrase that, please. Rewind, try again. Okay, so I am always the last one who learns that I have new gifts. I'm serious. I could not bang, oh my God, I can't even talk. And the fact that I can't even talk lately is like a huge, I don't even know what to call that. I would say that I have literally been tongue twisted for like 2 weeks at this point, minimum. However, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not going to stop talking just because someone or something is trying to prevent me from sending you the messages I need to send you. So remember, there is a lot of activity that is going to happen, especially at the end of this video. I cannot control anything that happens around me. There's like no trickery or any filters being used. This is me. I'm right here. This is my little Himalayan salt rock lamp. That's it. Again, I've had a very, very extremely traumatic event happen in the last 2 weeks of my life. And as I'm learning, when I do discover that I have these new gifts, I always learn the hard way. So the last few sets of gifts that I received were telepathy. I could already talk to animals, so just remember, any abilities that I had prior to this are enhanced by, there isn't even a number, by an infinite amount of enhancements. And the more you learn and the more you grow, and as you continue through your lifelong journey and process of not just awakening, but that breakthrough moment, and then over here to the enlightenment, which again, that's where you learn how to do the things that I'm going to teach you tonight. We're going to start really diving into topics, and not just topics. I'm going to start breaking it down. I'm going to start talking faster, and again, I will be throwing lots of trigger words at you. They are intended for you to try to find information on. Granted, I know that a lot of information has been removed from the internet and also from YouTube and Facebook and all the other platforms, but at some point you're going to either have to just, like I always say, you can take my word for it or not. But at the very least, could you please just at least be open-minded to the fact that some part of what I'm saying might actually be true. And if you want to save yourself from a lifetime of, well, I was going to say pain and suffering, but I can't. There's nothing I can do to spare you from that. But I can shorten your awakening process. I can make it easier for you. I can connect with you, you can connect with me. In fact, one of the other new gifts I've recently discovered, probably about a month ago, was I can have a direct and open line of communication with anyone, anytime, anywhere, on any device. And no, I don't even have to know you. I've told you, I think at least once, that other people's devices go bonkers around me, and I'm serious. I don't even have to know anybody. There's a reason I don't get online, y'all. Everyone, their devices just go haywire. Electronics don't get along with me, and there's a word for that. I've posted it in one of the prior videos, but I'll do it again. So tonight we're just kind of almost sort of like candlelight sessions, okay? It's just me, I'm right here, we're chilling. I've got to stay calm because the activity is so intense in this house right now. Furthermore, on that very one thing that I just said about the activity in this house, some might say this is a haunted house. But I'm going to tell you right now, my entire life, I don't think it's a coincidence that every single house I've ever lived in has been a haunted house. I also don't think it's a coincidence because I'm the one who created it. And spirits have always been attracted to me, and I have always been attracted to them, but I was always too scared of them to actually communicate with them. Well, tonight, you're going to actually see live footage of, oh my gosh, on command responses from spirits in the shape of dancing lights, orbs, and however else they would like to communicate. Also, in the background, this is a wall. That's a wall. There's nothing between me and the wall but this chair. So I like to do this. Right now, you know, I'm sitting right here and there's a wall right there. So in my hand, this is a prime example. Watch my hand. Even though it might show up, you know, either as nothing on camera at right the time that I'm videotaping it right now. And there may not be anything showing up. But watch when I go to replay it. Watch this too. I learned how to bend light and energy. This is a really cool new gift I figured out the other day. Look at my arm. See it? I figured out how to move light. See it? It's hard to keep a straight hand because I'm so excited, but fact, in my literal, see if I can get it from this angle, my literal hands. Let's see, maybe if I move it like closer. Light can bend. See what it's doing? Okay, enough of that. See it? Up, down, left, right, any direction you'd like it to go. I have figured out how to do it on accident, actually, by watching one of my other videos. I have other new gifts that I have discovered that I don't really have words for yet, but when I think of them or they come to me, I will share those with you as well. Psychic, again, I was already psychic before. Now psychic again, that is somebody who's got extremely awesome intuition and, let's say, clear audio, clear sensory, clairvoyant. Those are things I did not have before as a psychic, to include mediumship. I didn't have that either. Since my awakening, I have all of those now on top of the psychic gifts I already have. Before, I could always and can still predict things that happen in the future. At the same time, and I'm going to keep doing this with my hand until you see the light do what I'm telling you it's going to do, because it's always fun to watch it dance with me. I love it. But yeah, I mean, I have always called it a gift, and that is the difference between a real psychic person or intuitive person and somebody who, let's say, is trying to make money off of it, claiming to be something who's probably just a tarot card reader. And tarot cards are something you can literally probably buy at Walmart, and then you're just like, oh, here, I'm going to do a spread for you. Oh, yeah, big changes, big money. That'll be, you know, $427. Oh, you need a cleansing. That's like $5,033. Okay, so that's the difference between a real psychic and a fake one. A fake one has to use cards. You know what? No. We don't need cars. It's right here. It's right here. Facts. If I were to ever actually charge somebody, it would only be for the specific purposes of, I would consider it a donation, and it would be stated that way, that I cannot ask for donations, but if you'd like to make a donation to my nonprofit, that would be great. I can't force you to do anything, and I'm not asking you to. I cannot legally do that. So I'm just saying, if you ever wanted to, you could, if you wanted a private reading and I had time. Okay, so now that you know that a very traumatic event has happened in this house, and now that you also know, and I'm already seeing things behind me moving, so I'm sure you're going to see them. I see things here, and I see things, they're always in that corner, especially when I'm making videos. If you look kind of like right up here and stare at it right there, right above my finger, you'll actually see faces. So I hope you don't creep out easily, because this is my world. Welcome to it. I've been haunted my whole life. What do you want me to say? Is it my own fault? Yeah, probably. But again, it changed once I became an awakened person, because those things that I thought were so scary, they weren't. They were just people who could not move on to the next realm or dimension. And we haven't talked about the other side yet, but before I go any further with that sentence, there isn't just one other side, first of all. Secondly, to my complete aware and full knowledge that I have literally astro traveled to, I have ascended to the 14th dimension at this point. And I mean in and out, space travel, astro travel. I don't need to be asleep to astro travel. I am wide awake. Now, please do not mistake me. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying anything except this is what's going on, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do all that. So let's break through. First thing I'm going to dive right into is the last few things that I haven't said to you about those last few months and weeks of your awakening. So after you're in bed sick for a year and you go to the doctor and get like 100 different diagnoses for whatever, and then they treat you for the symptoms, again, as always, they line up with ADHD, they line up with depression, they line up with a lot of stuff. But you know, that's the thing about symptoms. I mean, anybody could just get on the internet and type in da-da-da-da-da, and probably like 9 times out of 10, if you were to use an uncredible source such as Wikipedia or, oh God, what's that? There's this one specific, I think it's WebMD. Yeah, I said that. They'll tell you that you're dying. But the truth is you are. You have to. You cannot ascend until you morph. In order to morph, you must die. I'm not saying physically, but I wouldn't put it past me. I mean, I wouldn't. And also, I wouldn't, even if it did happen to anybody, you know, you're still never dead. You cannot die. Energy does not die. Energy moves, transforms. It goes round and round and round and round and round. No beginning and no end. It is limitless, yes, just like the movie. And these abilities that come with it, whether you realize that you died even just for a brief second or not, whether you remember coming back or not, it does not matter. Or you could just look at it sort of like a metaphor, like the literal metamorphosis of the caterpillar shell, drop out of the shell, raise yourself up, break out of that egg like a little spring chicken, seriously. Break through it. This is the video. Today is the last time I'm going to say breakthrough. We're going to break through right now. So, ready? Break out of your shell. Break it. Get out of it. That little thing right here called fear, let it go. Because if there's any fear in you, there is going to be more fear in you by the end of this video, I assure you. So you're not on the right path and you're not ready yet. Now, when you're ready, and this is a thing that you need to make to yourself, you need to make a deal with yourself and make a promise with your mind, body, spirit, soul, and also the fact that as a starseed who may be an indigo or a crystal or a rainbow or whatever name you'd like to title that as, you need to pay homage to, you know, Mother Earth, Gaia, to the north, east, south, west. You need to thank every single day that you're alive for being alive. I don't care who or what you pray to, but pray. And if you pray, pray for wisdom. I've said this 1,000 times. Without wisdom, you are not going to have the knowledge or the distinction to know this from this to that from that and this to that and how to get to here. So let's do this. Break out of that shell right now. Drop it. Drop that fear like it's hot. Right here, no go. You cannot go backwards. Nope. You better mean it. If you don't mean it, it's pointless. So make a deal with the planets and the stars and the solar system and the star system and any and everything that you could possibly think of that you think is in the universe based on what you were taught in the institutions we were raised upon, educational institutions, for example, or whatever we were taught and however it was taught to us, to include, but not limited to, religious beliefs. Now, this is not a religious belief. So when I say pray, I mean it in a meditative state. I mean, I want you to meditate to the sun, the moon, the stars, the ground. Okay, and another important piece about the ground, when you go to pay homage to the ground and Mother Earth or Gaia, this is what I need you to do. 2 things. Number 1, I need you to go outside and take off your shoes and your socks and put your feet on the earth. If it helps you, hug a tree. No, I'm not kidding. Tell me I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. You know, I do joke a lot, but I have a very macabre sense of humor, and y'all would be like, she's not even funny. I'm the only one who seems to think I'm funny, so whatever, you know. Literally, your bare feet need to be on the ground. Now, while you're standing there with your bare feet on the ground, go ahead and sit on the ground. I want you to touch the grass, touch the dirt. Close your eyes. Just breathe with me here. Just be there. Be present in the moment. While you're there, you're meditating or thinking conscious thoughts in your head, and also subconsciously you're taking in any birds that you hear, any crickets. What does it sound like when you touch the grass? What does it sound like to go like slowly, real slowly, like in the dirt? What does it sound like to pick up the dirt and when it hits that hand? Okay, now you are one with nature, and I'm serious. If there's a tree there, hug it. And don't just hug it, love it. Love it like you've never loved anything in your life. And I mean, you better mean it, because you cannot take this back. And if you do, well, that's just sad. And you won't want to. No, you don't want to. You want to keep growing. That's what we like to do as individuals. You know, we don't just like learn this piece or this much of something and go, oh, well, cool, I think I know everything. Let me just fall back into the pattern of the sheep or asleep. Okay, so there's that. Number 2, in your house, I want you, after you do that at a separate time, because I don't want you to confuse the 2 vibrations. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and make a statement about vibration. Sound is a vibration. True word is sound. So if true word is sound and sound is a vibration, and you can see this little thing doing this right here with my hand, and what I just told you was you could go put your feet on your bare feet on the bare ground and hug a tree and actually like, oh man, you need to mean it more than you've ever meant anything. You better love that tree. You better love the ground, and you thank it. You're not asking for something and you're not praying for something, even though I did use those words. I'm just trying to make it as relatable as possible until we can get beyond the point where I have to stop being sort of, you know, explaining it. Because again, this is the breakthrough. We are breaking through right now. So take your fear and kick it to the curb. You know how I taught you how to do this thing with the thought and kick it? Yeah, fear is different. You better rip that sucker out and throw it out the door like you've never done anything in your life. You have anger, use it. Rip your fear out of your mind, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, your being, your spirit, because it needs you to. I need you to, and you need you to, and the world needs you too, and we need you to awaken, and I need you to awaken right now so we can tear down old, destructive, stupid systems and things that don't work, that I actually have solutions for, even though we don't have to use my solutions. But I need you to wake up so we can all, at this great mass awakening right now happening, like literally right this second. Excuse me, I do lose my voice a lot. Yeah, I get a little excited. I operate on a high frequency, y'all. No, I'm not on anything except Red Bull. Whatever. Okay, let me take a deep breath. I know I'm a little much. Whatever. You will be too. I just told you sound is a frequency and is also a vibration. Remember the binaural beats? Sorry. Okay, so I may actually put binaural beats in this video. This may be the first time I do it, but I don't want to throw too many things at you today. So after you have gone outside and given yourself, right, to the earth, you are one with the earth. You are connected. I want you to feel the air. I want you to love it and just think about how beautiful it is. Just tune everyone and everything out and just be at one. Okay? Go somewhere privately or do it at 2 a.m. when nobody else is around. I don't care who, what, when, where, why, or how you do it, but do it. After you are finished that, come in your house on a different day, because that's going to take a lot of energy out of you and you're going to get really, really tired. This is where I'm going to bounce around and come back. But actually, yeah, I'm going to drop a piece in, then I'll come back to that. Okay, some of the last phases in those last few months that I'm talking about, what nobody tells you is that you're literally going to become demonically possessed. And if you think I'm kidding, watch my other videos. Look at the pictures. You think I'm kidding? Yeah, no, not kidding. Nope. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I don't lie. I cannot lie. I guess I could be capable of it, maybe, if it were for a good cause. And even then, I would just break down in tears and be like, yeah, that was a lie. Whatever. Transparency is a beautiful thing in a lot of situations. And in this one, it is. So, believe it, don't believe it, I don't care. All you need to care about is anything to do with helping yourself become one with everything around you. Everything in the whole wide world is connected to you. And furthermore, you are connected to every single thing in the whole wide world, even inanimate objects such as pens, such as, well, what's going to happen is you're going to realize that everything is alive. Everything is alive. This rock is alive and I can feel it. First of all, when you become one, sorry, I gotta be like gentle with my Himalayan rocks. Sorry. So when you do finally get out there in nature and you put your bare feet and just kind of sit there and hang out, spend some time. And then you know what? Do it again and again and do it often. Maybe not too often, because at some point you're going to wise up to the fact that radiation is really bad for you, and that's another clear sign that you are on the correct path. When you realize that everything is alive, to include radiation and frequency coming off of your devices such as computers, telephones, any kind of electronic device whatsoever, you're literally going to become capable of hearing electricity, like zzz, like I swear to you. Also, this thing happens, I don't really know what I could compare it to. I guess I could compare it to the last few months is very, very hazy. You're going to lose your vision. And by the way, your vision will never be the same again. And neither will your perception, because what you see is what you perceive, and then what you perceive becomes your reality. So digest that one. And then everything is going to be alive, and everything that was already alive is going to be an infinite number of times more alive than it already was. You're going to understand what it means and what it feels like and completely be love. I don't know how else to put it. I love that rock. It has no meaning to me except that I'm here and it's there and it's my rock. You need to start thinking like that. You need to protect the earth. We need you. People, you guys called us. You called and begged and pleaded for us to come down here. You have our full attention. Now I need to awaken you quickly. So stay with me. I know it's a lot to digest. I know I throw a million things at you in every video. I also know that I promised you every video would be under 20 minutes and I broke that rule. Because to me, it seems to be more effective for you to have as much knowledge in every one video for however long it takes for me to do that. And then you can just kind of fast forward, stop, rewind, pause, play. Do it at your own leisure. But by the time you finish, I'll have a new one up and you'll learn the next new thing. So back to that dark place that you're going to be. When I say you're going to lose your vision, I mean you are literally going to lose your vision. I personally became paralyzed. I don't know if that's going to happen to you. I have nobody else to compare this to. And I think that was why it hurt. It was so hard for me because I didn't have a me on YouTube or anywhere. I couldn't talk to anybody about it. They thought I was crazy. And I didn't even care. It was true. Like anybody who knows me and anybody who had any part in helping me break through that last step. And once my gut instinct told me, Tiffany, you know, this is it. What more do you have to lose? You've already lost everything. Give up. Not like give up like anything drastic. Let go of fear. What could you possibly be afraid of that you haven't already lived and died through? I don't even know how many times. Literally, what is there to fear? Nothing. And once you drop that fear and you understand that, you just broke out of your shell. So I wish I had somebody to walk me through this, but there was nobody. So I'm here for you. You can literally like email me. Right down there is info. Do I check email? Not much, I won't lie. But I do check messages on YouTube. So if you were to put a message on YouTube, I will answer you. I will cover any topic you want in any order you want, but I'm still going to cover at least 1,000 more topics, and I'm not kidding. So back to the demonic possession state. So what happens was I just literally woke up one day after dying the second time, within a few days of that, maybe even the day after that, to my recollection. I think it might have even been the day after, or maybe the day of. It doesn't matter when. It was, I died the second time. I had a heart attack. This time I woke up and I remembered. The key to this whole thing is remembering. You need to remember. In order to remember, you need to put yourself in positions where you can contact all the things that you need to be remembering. Get it? You need to connect with the grass and the ground to remember what it's like to be where you came from. Now, I'm not going to put any labels on where you could have specifically come from, because how on earth can I know that? And even if I did, we haven't gone there yet. So you could have come from any other star system, solar system, the sun, the moon. It doesn't matter. It just matters that we are all energy. Where does energy come from? See? There isn't an answer. The answer is one. We are all one. We are all connected as one. We are a united we. That's it. We are not like one person. We as one person, we are everything that everyone else feels, lives, fears, dies, loves, hopes, wishes, dreams, everything that they are, do, think, say, everything. We are literally that Literally. We're literally and all-encompassing that. That is always, always, always expanding our knowledge level and learning as much as we can about everything, about everything, about everything. Because you don't want to stop. That's just stupid. Not gonna lie. I mean, that would just, you would regret just learning just enough and learn how to break through and then just, what, go back to sheep? Yeah, I do that a lot with words. All right, now that you've connected with the earth, you just became connected with the earth. Did you hear me? I'm gonna say it again. Now that you have connected with, as in within the earth. Remember when you just had the dirt in one hand and I went like this and I said just kind of drop it a little bit slowly. Feel the, there you go. You got the grass, you're hugging the tree, you're loving the dirt, you're loving the ground, you're loving and worshiping everything. Everything that you can see and everything that you cannot see. You are fully aware of every noise going on in the background. That is nature. Nothing else will you be able to hear. There is no scientific explanation for this except for you're awakened. An awakened person can be in a room with 4,000 people and hear nothing. We know how to tune things out very, very well. It takes a long time to learn how to do that, but I'll teach you how to do that too. It's actually pretty easy. You just stop listening. But another piece of this is, while I'm over here saying stop doing this and stop doing that, it's true. You need to shed all the bad and all the things off of you. All the layers, they need to be gone. And if they're not gone by this point in the video, then there's no point in you seeing the cool, awesome, great, amazing ending of this video, because I hope you've broken through by now. At least mentally, at least on a mental level, you're like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to let go of my fear. That's good enough for me. I don't care how slow you grow. Just grow. I don't care how slow you progress. Just make progress. Progress. Get it? We are all one. We're all connected. You are connected to the sun. When you say, hey, sun, I love you. You're my sun. I know that you have radiation and I hate you for that, but you know what? You're here for a reason on this planet for a reason. You also are smart enough to know that other planets have many more suns than one, and they are not, you know, this sun is not nearly as hot as, let's say, multiple suns, or maybe even just one sun on other planets. We also have the moon. So back to the time dilation thing. People look at a clock. Okay, well, back in the day, before there were clocks, you got to remember, even I'm capable of this. So, like, if I'm, like, literally capable of actually telling you that what time it is just by looking outside with no clocks, and I don't know if I've told you this before, and it really doesn't have any relevance other than I find it humorous. There's at least 12 clocks in my house. Every one of them is set to a different time for no reason, like at all. I don't do time, but I bet you can hear it ticking in the, at least one of them ticking in the background. There's like grandfather clocks. I used to have a thing for antiques, but then I realized why I had a thing for antiques. It was the energy I was getting off of it. So that brings you back to where we just were. I said I was going to come back to that. After you become demonically possessed, after priest and whoever does or does not get involved, or maybe you could just push through it for a little bit longer and stop being afraid of it. If you could do that, you won't need other people involved. No one can help you. Even if they do say that you are possessed, which they will, you will be. But what you don't understand about that is not a demonic possession. Is it spiritual? Yes. They're trying to get your attention. They have been trying to get your attention their entire lives and your entire life. And yes, I see the orbs in the background, and I bet you do too. But wait till the end of this video. I'm serious, y'all. Seriously. Okay, so every chance you get, and you don't have to do this every day, because once you are broken through, and I hope you are by now, or have at least made some kind of a deal with your mind or your head or your heart, or have the intention of letting go of that fear, like as soon as you can. Just drop it. Nah, don't drop it. Throw it. All those things that you thought were demonic possession, oh man, no. They are literally the opposite of that. That is your spirit guides trying to tell you to wake up. They're like, hello, what more is it going to take? I mean, you keep dying. You're literally a healthy person who has 100 doctors telling you 100 things, giving you 100 diagnoses, putting you on all these different medications. What more proof do you need? We know you can feel it because you can. You can feel it from your head to your toe. And on feelings, oh God, this is like the worst part of it. Oh, it sucks. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Growing pains hurt, growing hurts, but this is a pain that you've never felt before in your life. And oh my God, this headache, for like, I don't even know, maybe 6 months, maybe longer, there is no definite number. You're going to have the worst, most intense headache you've ever had in your entire life. Multiply that by literally the word infinite, and then double that, add a 2, multiply that by, I don't know, 4 million, and that almost comes close to how much it hurts. I very much compare it to a spinal headache, which is where the fluid, and again, it's got a lot to do with the vasovagal process, is where this shock, this traumatic event happens to you when you are a child under the age of 5 who has a traumatic event specifically happen to you that shoots this pain up this nerve, and right here at the base of your skull, top of your spine. This is where it shatters. This is the vasovagal process. When it shatters by age 25, it will then finally open up and create honeycomb effects. And every one of those honeycombs, they're used, well, for many reasons, but I don't want yours to get taken from you, used, or filled with things. So let's hope you don't want to be a famous somebody and go that route, because they will fill those with altars. Actually, anybody can fill them with altars, and you don't even know it. I haven't discussed MK Ultra mind control with you yet, but I will. So, yes, you're going to have the worst migraine. You can't open your eyes, you cannot get out of bed, you cannot walk, you cannot talk, you cannot eat. Everything you eat is like biting on chains, like millions of years old chains, like actual chains. It reminds me of like a gargoyle with a chain that is like gnawing its way out of. You cannot eat anything. You can't drink water. You throw up all day, every day. Everything makes you sick for like a year. For real. And to this day, I still have my weak moments where I know my limits, but people still surprise me from time to time. And things that didn't bother me before bother me now, such as certain scents, fragrances. Part of it is the knowledge of what it is made of and how unhealthy it is for us, because all of a sudden you have this need to be extremely healthy. Maybe you're going to work out. I seriously doubt it though, because you're not going to feel like it, because you're not going to get out of bed. And if you do, like, it's going to come to a point where you're going to beg your doctor to come to your house. I mean, but at some point you're going to burn out. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and also tired. That's your breaking mark right there. That's where this little voice comes into play, and it says to you, listen, do you want to feel better? All these things that you're seeing, because you're going to be hallucinating and you're going to see things. Oh, Lord. You're going to see things. You're going to have your name called in demonic voices, or so you think. And it's going to very much seem exactly like an actual possession. Fact. Like an actual demonic possession. And the reason that it's going to seem like that and I've only just barely touched on this, is because I've said a couple of times, you have to play on the dark side. And when I say you have to play on the dark side, what I mean is you need to understand all the different religions and the difference between the system of good versus evil, or up, down, black, white, which that's another really important piece, and I will come back to that. Trigger word, black and white checkered floor, right there. So what it is that we live in a fear-based planet. Everything that is fear-based, to include but not limited to religion, you know, so if you played with the Ouija board and then something seems to have attached itself to you or whatever, and I'm not saying by any means that there's no paranormal, no, there is. Do not mistake me. You will be possessed demonically for a minute or a month or two. I don't know. It's going to pull the covers off of you. I'm serious. It's going to scare you so bad that you're literally just at one point, you're just going to be enough. Enough. Let go of the fear and face it. I know you can't see it, but how much is enough? You're going to get to a point where you say, how much is enough? When is enough enough? You know what? Yeah, you're pulling the covers off of me, and yeah, you keep whispering my name demonically. Yeah, I feel you touching me. I know that you're cold, whatever. I feel your anger. I feel this. I feel that. I feel you, but you know what? I'm not scared of you anymore. And it's not a God thing or a good or bad. It's a fear-based system. It's just like any other institution. The entire planet is a fear-based institution. 1, you can MK Ultra mind control anyone. Yeah. 2, you can literally manifest anything you are, want to be, have, can have, want have, anything. Just by thinking about it. If you can convince yourself using the law of attraction, which is super easy, we've talked about this one before, anything that you can convince yourself on such a specific level, think of it like actors in Hollywood, right? Well, they have to act for a role, but you're going to hear a lot of actors, if you do enough research, you're going to hear a lot of them saying the same things, like would they really get in their roles. A lot of Hollywood couples actually met and fell in love on sets of movies that they made together. So kind of bouncing around with that a little bit, but there's your proof. That's the best proof I can offer you. Once you start believing a different thing and you're like, you know what, my favorite color is green, and it's not, but let's just pretend I wanted it to be. Just try it with something simple. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the word green and you're going to write green on like pieces of paper and place them everywhere where you see them. And it's going to become implanted in your subconscious. And then some point really soon after that, you're going to start seeing green everywhere. The grass is going to be greener. Interesting. Some might even call that trickery. I don't care what you call it, but it's really cool. And you can have it. It's like that easy. All you have to do is be smarter than your fear. Really. Be smart enough to let go of your fear. That, my friends, is wisdom, and why you should pray for wisdom. Wisdom says, listen, that's just fear. Its job is to scare you. The more you let it scare you, the more it feeds off of your energy. That is common sense stuff. So stop letting it. Stop letting it suck the life out of you. You need to gain control of your life. Your life is your life and your life alone. You are here with me in human form, just like every other human, except your job is to remember. You need to remember where you came from. In order to remember where you came from, you have to view everything differently. So that's where kind of the blindness comes in. And I can remember hallucinating for months. I would see things like, some of them I'm not actually going to name because we haven't gone there yet, but I could see colors that don't have words still to this day. Everything is vibrant, everything is radiant, everything is alive. I literally can see air. I don't care if you believe me. You want proof? Look in my hand. Do you see this right here? See it all around me? That's air. How am I capturing that on camera for you? See, it looks fuzzy-ish? That's air. Don't believe me? All right, walk in a room and say, here's your TV, here's you, and then I want you to take an object. Let me just grab a random object. Fine, this, but don't pay attention to what's on it, it's just an object. So walk into a room, have an object in your direct line of sight, and then let's say the TV is right here. What you're going to do is you're going to stare at this in a cross-eyed manner until this gets out of clear perspective just enough until you can finally see the air between here and here. That's it. That's the air between it. Now, once you become aware of how to do that, practice. You'll master it. It's really simple. The key to everything is practice, practice, practice. All right, 1 second. Grapefruit Perrier tonight, guys. Red Bull. I don't know if it's helping me stay awake, so I guess we're going with Perrier. But all right, let's go back. I swapped it around a few times because I didn't want to miss any beats on the physical aspect. And when I mean you're in pain, I mean you are in pain. I have never wanted to take like drugs or pain medication ever until those last couple of months. Everything hurt. And then one day I lost all feeling, all sight, all hearing. There's this ringing in your ear that no one talks about. And I'm the one who will always tell you everything that no one else will. There is a ringing in your ear that it is, oh my God. It doesn't stop. You literally can't hear anybody. Also, you're going to become like discombobulated, like literally. You're going to be unable to text people. Plus, you don't want to touch your phone because you can literally feel the radiation coming off it and you're going to drop it like it's hot because it is actually physically hot. You're going to draw the shades because sunlight bothers you. Why does sunlight bother you? Because it has radiation and you know that radiation is harmful for you. And it's really sad when you have to be in your room because you're not getting out of bed. So let's just assume that you're in your room because you won't even have the energy to muster up to go into another room and sit, lay, be, watch TV, whatever, nothing. And you won't watch TV because, no, they're ringing in your ears and you can't see. What happens is you begin to hear through it. It's like taking both of your eardrums and all of a sudden, one day you just wake up and it's like something has just shattered both of your eardrums. They just ring all day long. You start to talk to yourself. You literally walk around talking to yourself. Even after you go through the I'm crazy phase, which is where you walk around for a good month and go, oh my God, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I've lost my flipping mind. Oh my God, I have lost my mind. Because there are no other words. That's exactly how you feel. There are no set of better words than, I don't know what's wrong. Something is really wrong. I've lost my mind. Not like I think I've lost my mind, but I have lost my mind. And the reason why that's important for you to say it like that is because you just acknowledge that you already have something that you may or may not have. Therefore, by doing so, you just owned it. Therefore, it just became I am. There you go. Okay, so you got a ringing in your ears and the worst migraine you've ever had in your life. You might as well just bring a trash can next to your bed. You're going to throw up all day, every day. Oh my God. People, I can remember if they even said the word eat, and it's impossible to eat or drink anything. And if you're throwing up all the time and you're not getting anything in, obviously you're going to get dehydrated. So I mean, you try very hard, but nothing is right. You can't drink it. It's like it's poison. You know the water is poison. Like you actually have gained knowledge of that, either through research or, I don't know, brain eating a MOBA, kind of like I went through. Doesn't matter how you figure it out. The thing about the awakening is that you just know. We just know. It just comes to us. As soon as you shed, get out of that cocoon, break through that shell, come on over here to my side, you're going to just know too. Then now we're going to start learning oh my gosh, a ton of really cool things. So while you're in bed, I would say for the last month, going through the demonic possession phase of it, and your name is being called, and your blankets are being pulled off of you, something is literally holding you down, making it hard for you, like a literal entity is literally holding you down. Also, they come from the corners of the rooms. Shadow people, you're constantly, and it's not like you're making it up. You saw it. And then all of a sudden you're going to hear people like having conversations on your phone. You're going to realize that your phone is tapped. Our phones have been tapped. In case you haven't read the Constitution lately, yeah. Every person in the whole wide world, your phone is tapped. And not just your phone, but all your devices. I say this a lot. Every single device that I have, except for right now, when I'm making videos with you, everything else at any other time, at all times, every single camera, rear, front, facing, they're all covered. Even Mark Zuckerberg did that. Google it. Okay, so now, as far as pain goes, again, I've never been a person to take pain medication or drugs or whatever, but I was in so much pain. Hot, cold, chills, fever, headaches that don't go away, just a general soreness. You're tired. I can't stress that enough. You sleep for literally days and days and days and days on end, and you're so exhausted and you haven't done anything. Let's just say that you got up, and all you're really capable of doing is exactly this. You can get up sometimes with help to go to the bathroom. So you go to the ladies' room, men's room, whatever, go to the restroom. And by the time you get there, I hope you have someone living with you that can help you, because you're not going to be able to stand. Your knees are going to just like crumble. You're not going to have the strength to stand. I don't know how else to help you, except I'm here for you to help you if you want or need a friend. I know it sucks, but I need you to push through it. You can do this. You can do it. It's just throwing up. It's just a taste. Ugh. It's disgusting. That's why you won't put anything in your mouth, to include water. But it's also a wise. Hey, I know the water's poison. Ever seen Aaron Brockovich? Now imagine. Google it. 41.6 million Americans' water is America only, just in America. Water is deadly polluted, has, when they do those roundups once a year where, bring all your old medications, guess where they put them? You got it, in the water. Also amphetamines and, oh my God, lithium, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. Why? Because they want you to stay a slave in the matrix that we live in. We live inside of a matrix. Now, very much like the movie, and furthermore, just like the movie Limitless, let's call Limitless is the example of us awakened people. We have the Limitless pill, but there's no actual pill that's being taken. That's what Limitless is to us. Those of us who are awakened, we are limitless. Fact, and not even like that. I didn't even mean to do that. We are literally limitless. That's it. Point blank, we are. We are not questioning it. We are not doubting it. We are. And we are now that we are limitless, here to help you awaken, because we need you to tear down these old structures and these horrible behaviors and all the things that people cried and prayed and begged to see it stop happening. Well, here we are. You got my full attention, and you've got, look to your left, look to your right. Literally, 1 out of every 2 people on this entire planet, you're here to awaken. You already did awaken, and if not, you will. Right now, like really, really soon. And there is, you're going to start noticing how many, like, actual indigo children. I know I have explained that they call us indigo children, rainbow children, crystal children, and it's because of the essence that we have in a very childlike way, where we have our imagination back. This happens to you during these final phases of your awakening process. You drop all the thoughts and the fears and the negativity, and I mean, you don't even say that word because I shouldn't have said that, but whatever, we'll get over it. But you realize the importance of words. You know, some people say be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. That's spot on. 1 second. All right, now that I've taken you in all kinds of circles, let me think for a second, please, because I don't want to miss anything. Again, you're going to be so miserable. I don't know how else to put it. Everything hurts. You're going to cry every day for the rest of your life. I cry because something's beautiful. Oh God. And I go on like 2-3 week crying fits, where I can remember the first time that I had, like, I guess I wouldn't call it, that's not a fair word. I would not call it a crying fit. That was unfair and I shouldn't have said it. And rewind. Okay. A crying phase. I can remember crying for a phase of, and it still happens, but for this one particular example, I cried for a month straight because, and I'm not kidding, there are a lot of witnesses, even all 34 of my subscribers. You guys rock, by the way. Thank you. Are you fans? Do I have fans? Woohoo! 34 fans. But anyway, I cried every day for a month, all day, of unconsolable crying all day, every day for a month, because I awakened to the fact of having this limitless, infinite amount of knowledge and heart and soul and feeling of everything so deeply for you and everyone else in the world. And the fact that I felt that from you and everyone else in the world, I could not comprehend, why does there have to be war? Why? The why phase. The why phase is one of my favorite parts of the awakening. That is where you question everything. Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Why that? Why do we have to do this? It's so stupid. The answer is right there. Well, you want to know why we're not doing anything about it and why you're going to cry for a month at least? And by the way, that's just that 1 month. Every day to this day, I still cry about something, either because it's beautiful or because it's harmful. If it hurts somebody, then it hurts me that it hurts somebody. And also it hurts me because it hurts me. So it's a double whammy on that one. And then on beautiful, it's so beautiful it makes me cry. And that happens all the time. I've become so sensitive. I was already asensitive, but I have become so sensitive. There is not one person who has known me in the last few months of my life that doesn't see me crying all the time. And they're not like laughing at me or making fun of me. They legitimately usually cry with me. Like, I know. I don't understand it either. But here's the thing. We do understand that you need to awaken. Because when you awaken, see, if we're the indigos who are here to tear down the old structures that don't work, systems, structures, the matrix, all the trickery, matrix, see how I do that with words? Matrix, tricks. whatever. So when you awaken, you're going to fall more into the crystal category, which I think that wave of people are somewhere between the age of 50 and, I don't know, 70 right now. And I'm not saying that you're just now awakening, but let's just assume that you haven't already, or maybe you've never talked to anybody about it. I acknowledge you. I know what you're here to do. You're the smart one. You're here to help us build new systems that make sense. Why? Because we want the planet to be peaceful. And I don't mean it in a cheesy beauty pageant kind of manner. I mean seriously. We need productive systems in place. We need to make love out of chaos, not order. We're not the puppet masters. If I haven't told you what a puppet master is, well, the puppet master is the elite 1% that sits up here, just like in the movie The Hunger Games. Fact! You think all these movies, what, they just like are clever enough to make it up? Where do you think they're getting these ideas from, y'all? Wake up! I mean, seriously, wake up. Then you'll see it. You'll know it. Yeah, that's probably one of the other reasons why we don't watch TV, other than TV is just generally annoying. A lot like noise is just generally annoying. And by the way, that's another thing. After your ears stop ringing, they're still going to do it from time to time. Everything that you go through and surpass, it will have its phase. It will go through it for a while with you. That means you have to go through it with it. You gotta stop fighting it. It's not gonna do you any good. You're not gonna have the energy anyway. And good luck trying. You might as well just let go of your fear, because that's all it wants you to do. The only reason you're still in pain at this point is because you haven't awakened. And the only way to awaken and make the pain stop is to stop fighting it. Let go, give in. Just imagine. Maybe I could just kind of let go of this fear, and what's the worst that could happen? Tiffany could be crazy, or maybe it's worth a shot. You're so desperate at this point to feel better. Trust me, I think you're open to this. So do it. Drop the fear. Look that demon in the face and be like, yep, I acknowledge you. Good on you. Deuces. Then you're going to realize, and it takes about for me it took 3 weeks from the point, looking back in retrospect, from the point where I actually did awaken to where I actually realized that I had awakened or become an awakened person. It took about 3 weeks for that to happen, and at that point I realized everything I was seeing was not what I thought it was. It was the exact opposite of what I thought it was. Everything I knew, everything I learned, it was all completely the opposite. We literally live in an inverted reality inside of a matrix. The elite, the top 1%, they're up here. Just like, look, watch the last Hunger Games. Watch the last movie, the third one, I think. Watch it. They're in an electrical, a matrix, an energy field, right? An energy field. What did I tell you that we are at the beginning of this video? What does the world tell you that we are made of? What, 90% water? Well, if we were 90% water and there is an energy field called the Matrix, and there are puppet masters up here at the top who literally look down on all of us who are like asleep or a sheep, and they're just like, That's called MK Ultra mind control. Fact. So if we're made of 90% water and then electricity and energy come into play, don't you think we would get shocked just by like being alive at all times? If I'm literally holding mass and atoms and ions of energy in my literal hand, and my hand were 90% water, what? Okay, I don't know if you had a little brother who like did that electric fence thing on you, but here's how that goes down. So you have an electric fence. Oh my God, I'm so bad for saying this, but I don't care. Little brother touches the fence. You get a group of like I don't know. I don't know. I must have been like 12 and he was like, I think 5 and oh my God, yes, he outsmarted me at like age 5. No shocker there. None. I was completely oblivious to a lot of stuff on purpose. So you take the electric fence, right? And, you know, if we were made of 90% energy and touched an electric fence, well, then it wouldn't be able to shock us. But if we were made of water, then, okay, maybe it would shock us. Or maybe it's just, you know, conducive. Maybe the first person in line, and here's my brother, and here's me. In between us, there's person, 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 and we're all holding hands. Now, he's the only one who touches the electric fence on this side. They're all holding hands, and I'm the only one who's touching it from this side, and I'm the only one who gets shocked. Why? Why am I the only one that electricity ran through everyone? Not even the person, not even my brother who was touching it got shocked. Only the person at the end, me, who touched it, got shocked. That energy ran straight down and straight through, straight up into my hand and shocked me. And I, like, whatever. Okay, back on topic. I did purposely drop a whole bunch at you at one time, as per the usual, because this needs to happen and I need you to wake up. And I need you to wake up now, because this cannot keep continuing to happen. We cannot live in a world where there is no peace and suffering must end. And you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of it. I don't know about you guys, but to me, the solutions are pretty obvious. So if you don't wake up, we're not going to have you to help us rebuild the systems we have been breaking down our entire lives. Not even just breaking down, but we are the literal product of these systems. Honestly, every kind of system, any kind of system, and when I say system, I'm just telling you the literal world, this planet Earth that we live in is a literal matrix. The elite up here at the top are the puppet masters. Who's the puppets? Us! And then you awaken and realize, not me and not you. They are sheep, I told you. 1 out of every 2 people on this entire planet right now will awaken at some point very soon, already has, or is probably going to. Oh, I pray and hope after this video. I think I have finally enough evidence to show you something that I didn't get on YouTube. This is live footage, but okay, I think I did touch on anything, but in case I missed any of the physical symptoms or aspects of that, as I think of them in later videos, I'll add them to the list. Just imagine the list is ever going, and it's everything. All the worst things you could think, feel, yeah, everything is just, you hate it. You hate it? No, like, get it away from me. Yes, that includes people. Then you have the breakdown why phase. Like, why is this allowed to happen? Why is nobody doing anything about it? Something in you changes right then. Right then. Your powers have already intensified by this point, and all the time, not daily, but maybe like every few days. Again, I'm always the last one to find out I have powers. Powers was probably a poor choice of word. So let's say abilities. Psychic abilities or sensations from head to toe, feeling, thought, love, hurt, whatever. Put any label you want on it. It doesn't matter what you call it, but call it, because it's calling you. I hope you answer it. It's time for you to wake up. So, rewinding back to the beginning where I said I would drop that and come back to it. Now, you ready? Because here's where it gets good. And as you can see, I am really excited because I can't believe this happened. This just happened on video just like an hour ago. And oh my God, if I started like bawling, you know what? Get used to it. You're going to be bawling all the time too once you awaken. So just get over it. Like, makeup, whatever, who cares? It's waterproof mascara, guys. Waterproof mascara, end of the game. That's it. That's all you need to know. Nothing matters. You don't care. You don't go anywhere anyway. You don't like people anyway. Why should you care about stupid things like makeup? Of course I wear makeup because I'm a girly girl. But a lot of people don't. And, you know, awesome. I wish, like, I was naturally that pretty. But, yeah, no, I need makeup. Fact. All right, are you ready? Because I'm getting really excited because this is about to go down for a fact right now. You are now going to stand up right now, right here with me. We're going to do this. Stand up. Shed that shit off of you. Get it off of you. No more fear. Get it out of your life. Move it away and keep it away. There you go. You just broke through. Now, are you ready to meet your spirit guides? Spirit guides are, a lot of people I think probably have other ways that they might word it, but from what I understand, it's kind of the combination of all the things that we are thanking, like the grass and the trees and the everything, the beach, the sand, the water. By the way, water is a very important thing. Not water, salt water. And I honestly believe, I talk about, I went to Hawaii and I was fine one day, then I woke up and I was sick. It was the day that I think it was the day that I came home from Hawaii, if not the day after, because it was like a 12 or 14 hour plane ride. I promise you, Hawaii is why I had my spiritual awakening. I promise you. That beach water and being out in the sun for 2 weeks, that was it. That was the reason. It cleanses you. I'm going to walk you through two things right now. Number one, I would like you to please take off your shoes and your socks in your house. Be barefoot. Now, I want you to stand still. Don't have any noise going on in the background. Now focus. If you want to close your eyes, it helps. We'll do this at a more advanced stage using binaural beats soon, but let me show you how plain and easy it is to do without the use of anything, to include sound. Remember, sound is vibration, true word is sound. So that's why the ears ring, that's why the migraine. You're waking up to the fact that all this indistinct chatter and clatter and the things that people do, walking around staring at their phones all day, like being in la la land and social media, you know, but they have no intention of growing as a person, but you do. So let's do this. We're doing this. We're doing this. Put your bare feet on the ground, please. Stand there. Do you feel that? Stand there with your eyes closed, even if you need to pause this video so I shut up. Stand with your bare feet on the ground, preferably not carpet. It's better, it works better if there is any room or closet in your entire house that does not have carpet. Go to that place. Not like an attic, but like hardwood, faux wood, ceramic, I don't care where it is. I've noticed that it works really well on like hardwood or faux hardwood or whatever. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't work the same on carpet. Carpet has another thing that it does. Things with carpet, if your bedroom has carpet in it, your bed will vibrate for the rest of your life. I promise you, one of my 34 subscribers will admit firsthand, for I don't even know what, like 10 years at this point, that to this day his bed's like from time to time it still vibrates because I slept in it once. For real. Fact. So put your feet on the ground. Stand there until you feel the vibration. Tune everything out. Turn me off. Shut me up. Turn off the video. Come back. I hope you enjoyed that. Do you feel that vibration? There you go. What more proof do you need? You're already awake. See what I just did there? See, you thought you were about to awaken. But guys, I just woke you up. But I didn't wake you up. You woke you up. I'm just showing you how cool these gifts are. And I haven't even gone into the gifts. That's not even a gift. That's just you being able to feel the energy of the earth on your bare feet, vibrating. Frequency, vibration, sound, wavelengths. Do that as often as you can. I never used to be barefoot. Now I'm like always in a tank top and barefoot. Yeah, don't care. It's interesting. And like I said, going back to the bedroom for a second, if you have a bed in a bedroom where there's carpet, your bed, it's probably already been vibrating for a while. And I don't mean a gentle vibration. I mean what in the world was that? And maybe you're still at the fear phase, but God, I hope, oh Lord, I hope not. I hope we're over that, guys. I hope you dropped that like a bad habit. I think you did. And you will. I think that I might have finally just successfully helped you do that. So now, I'm gonna take a sip of this. I'm gonna start talking really fast, and then I'm gonna end the video really fast so I can show you what's up. I don't have any camera. I'm talking to you on my cell phone. And notice how I never touch it. Yeah, no, I'm not touching it. I can feel its radiation from right here. This Himalayan salt rock lamp thing, it's got negative ions that it brings into the air, which purifies the air that I'm literally sitting here breathing. That's why I sit right here. I have one of those in almost every room. Fact. Okay, here we go. Last thing I'm going to say before I end this video and get to the best part of the video. We've done the barefoot on the ground. We've gone to the earth, into nature, and become one with nature. Now that you put your bare feet on the ground in your house, now you are at one with inside of your house in the ground as it vibrates on its frequency in which it vibrates at all times. Use that sensation up through the center of your, in the middle of your, the middle of the bottom of your feet. That is a sensation point. So is the top of your head. When you feel tingling sensations at the top of your head, they sometimes go down your arms and into your hands. Eventually, pretty soon, I will show you how to literally manifest energy in your hand using nothing. Nothing. But first, today, let's just focus on feeling that vibration. Now that vibration on the bottom of your bare feet on the bare ground in your house, recognize that vibration. Whatever frequency that's vibrating at, remember it. Now this is how you're going to learn to know when something is about to happen or something is happening. You don't need to watch the news. You do not need to get on social media. Put your bare feet on the ground and feel it. Fact. When it changes, you better believe something's going on. Your intuition will not steer you wrong. You are an awakened person now. Guess what? You're enlightened too. All right, here we go. I know it's been a long video and you're like, God, I wish you would just get to it. She's so annoying. Don't care. And you know, real quick, I want to touch on that. You guys, when I say I don't care, I don't mean that I don't care about you. I mean, we all know that I care so much, so deeply about everything. Literally. I love this rock. I love every rock. Why? Because it's part of the planet that I came here to protect. And so did you. So when I say I don't care, I mean like in the manner of, I don't care that I look like crap. I don't care that I cry in front of you all day, every day. I don't care that like I'm not perfect. I have no desire to be any of those things. None. I don't care that I don't watch TV. I don't want to. I don't care that I don't touch my phone. I don't want to. And luckily for me, phones are smart. So all I actually have to do is just tell it what to do. I've enabled you know, certain movements and dictations and things to just tell it what to do. Just like all the other smart devices in my house. I don't have to touch them. I just tell them what to do, and they just do it because they're smart. Love it. But by the way, don't forget they're recording you, and I mean everything, even if it's unplugged. Oh Lord, wait till we get to that topic. All right, enough stalling. One drink and we'll do this. I'm so ready. Okay. Trigger warning. If you don't believe in the paranormal, this just might trigger you. If you've never actually witnessed a true paranormal experience in any way, shape, or form, this is raw, unedited. I don't use any kind of filters. I don't have any desire to even like attempt to purchase the kind of equipment that would probably be needed to try to recreate something similar. I don't need that. You're about to see it live. That's right, live, right now. So we're gonna go into my room. The video is going to be different. I obviously look like crap in the video. And again, I don't care. That's okay. It's not about me or how I look. It's not like that. Are you ready to see what spirit guides are? I think that I originally thought that I had 3. I think I have 5. I'm still working on it. Every day you've got to practice these things. And again, like I said in the very, very beginning of the video, I have always had a connection with paranormal. They've always been attracted to me. I've always been attracted to them. You could say every house I've ever lived in is haunted. You could say that I've played with every type of magic one could imagine. I mean, I could remember doing white magic as about like an 8-year-old, I think. I dive into any kind of, I love learning, but I've always been one with nature, sort of like a good witch, if you will, or maybe some would call that a white witch. I don't know. Maybe the cool kids call it something different today. Does not matter. So I have spirit guides here. I'm going to introduce you to them live on camera. So thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna stop talking now, and we're gonna head into my bedroom. It's going to be dark, and you are about to see what's up. It might blow your mind. Maybe you'll think I have some kind of equipment that I do not have. Even if I did, I have no desire to try to recreate or create something that I don't need anything to create. My spirit guides love me because I finally stopped fearing them. They were not ever demonic forces. They were like, hello, stubborn Tiffany. How many times do we have to tell you? How many more times are you going to learn the hard way? Well, eventually I did stop. Please don't take as long as I did. Take my advice. Make your life easier and just drop the fear and awaken. If I still have your attention, then you either have already or you're going to. If I don't, then you're one of the other half. There's only 2 sides of the, half of us are awakened or will awaken, and the other half is not. It's not a number that I made up. I don't know why that number is the number. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is right now in this lifespan for this exact time right now for this great mass awakening. That does not mean that you did not awaken in prior lives. This might actually be your first lifespan circle. But the trick is, and the key is always to remember who you are, remember where you came from. The fastest and easiest way to do that, obviously, is letting go of fear and just bring it on. Just whatever it is that scares you, come on, bring it on. I mean, obviously, don't put yourself in stupid situations. I mean, there's a reason I don't leave my house. I'm just saying. Last time I left my house, I got hit by a drunk driver. Fact. People are crazy. Whatever. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to say goodnight. If I say goodbye again, it's just because it was so exciting what I'm about to show you right now. I'm going to take you in my room and I'm going to show you my spirit guides. Okay? And honestly, I caught this whole thing live. You might even see them begin dancing around behind me right now because I've said the word spirit guides. That would be the 4th time, I believe. So that's cool. If you do, doesn't matter. You're going to see them in a second. Ready? All right. First off, last little piece. I need to teach you to do something real quick before you attempt to make any interaction with your spirit guides. I need to teach you about cleansing and salt baths and a sacred space. I need you to do something for me. I need you to take a cleansing bath whenever you want an opportunity to be more awakened or maybe understand things, meditate. It doesn't matter what word you use here, but you're going to isolate all the time. And people think you're staring into space, but you're actually staring at the magnificence and between what you see and what they think is space. Fact. Literal air. All right. I want to teach you real quick before we move on to you actually meeting my spirit guides live and in person, raw, on camera, unedited. Cleansing baths are very good. I personally, we already know I like Himalayan salt, but you don't have to use Himalayan salt. I don't know how I feel about Epsom salt. I don't have any feeling. I just don't know if that's productive or counterproductive. So I guess personally, just salt, maybe Himalayan salts. Think beach. Think about the beach. Think about the salt water, like that. So you're going to take a cleansing bath. You're just going to kind of just soak in there. And while you're in your cleansing bath, you've got to imagine that you're washing all the negativity off of you, okay? You're going to just either air dry or pat dry your whole body. No makeup, hairs, it doesn't matter. Now the next thing I need you to do is you're going to put on really light colored clothing that is also very lightweight. Linen light, lace light, sheer light, no dark colors. Very thin, loose-fitting, comfortable. Hey, you're in your house. You can wear whatever you want, but it's better if you're wearing, white isn't considered a color, but where it does sit on the color spectrum, once you awaken, you will begin to see the importance of that color. And it can be off-white or kind of a tan or whatever. Just listen, loose, airy, flowy, comfortable. When you leave that bathtub and put on those clothes, you leave all that crap behind. You dress into that. This is sort of ritualistic. Yeah, it's completely ritualistic. All right, next. We're going to go in a place that I need you to set up specifically for this. And this is the place that you're going to go to every single time you want to learn, understand, comprehend, ask questions, talk to your spirit guides, meditate, think. Anything you want, whatever you want, this is your space to do that. And this is your space exactly and only to do that. No one else is allowed in your space. So let's say you live in a house and you have a really large closet, okay? I want you to take everything in the closet and just kind of push it out of the way. You don't have to remove it from the closet, but you might want to consider wrapping curtains around everything. But again, no dark colors. White, off-white, cream, that's it. Nothing else. It's not even necessary to move the stuff anywhere but out of the way. What you're doing is you're creating a space. So I have a sheer fabric that I use. I have no idea where I got it from. I've been using it for years. This is my sheer off-white colored thin fabric. And what I do is after I've taken a cleansing bath and putting on my clothes, I already am in the mindset of, breathing in white light, breathing in good energy. We're going to put on these clothes and then we are going to proceed. At sometimes I will say some things out loud such as, oh, okay, I feel good, I feel love, I feel harmonious, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just keep it positive, please. 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I talk a lot, I know. Okay, so enter the place that's going to be your space. Get you a linen, a white or an off-white or a cream colored sheer linen. It could be a sheer curtain. But whatever you do is going to be used for that and that alone forever. Sort of like a spell casting Hollywood magic stick. This is sort of like that on that level. You only use that stick for magic. It's made from very specific Hollywood. We've had that conversation already. It's got magical powers. Well, this is your magic blanket, but it's not a blanket. It needs to be thin, thin, thin. Now, pick your space. I'm just going to use the closet as an example. If you're somehow able to have a whole room that nobody goes into and nobody else is allowed to enter into, cool. But when you do this, the reason why I say master bedroom closets is because there's enough room for you to do what you want, and you can make it very clear to the people around you not to interrupt you until you learn how to tune them out. But you're gonna want to isolate. All right, so pick a room, pick a closet, lay down your white or off-white linen on the ground. Bring iodized salt with you. You're wearing your new clothes, your loosely fitting white clothes that are just full of love and energy and complete harmony, okay? Now I want you to take you've got just regular iodide, the big thing of salt. That's it. A candle, a tea light candle if you want, doesn't matter. One candle, one lighter, or a box of matches. Color isn't very specific as long as it's a light color. That's the only rule. It doesn't need to have a scent. It can, you can get like 100 tea lights at the dollar store, but be smart about it. And please put it on a plate or something so it doesn't burn anything or catch your house on fire. We've got to use some common sense with this one. And yeah, it's, I have to say that because I don't want to be responsible for anybody. I don't want anything to catch on fire. So be careful. Use precautions. All right. Now you have your white, off-white sheer panel linen. This is yours and yours alone. You are going to take it and walk towards the closet that you are now going to make your sacred space forever. Wherever you are, wherever you live, as long as you've got that sheer thing, you can keep creating sacred spaces wherever you move. It doesn't matter. It's an ongoing thing. You will, by the end of this, have a connection with that, sheer, I don't even have a word. Let's just say linen, sheer linen. Okay, and yeah, I guess it could be a sheet, but sheer's the word. Silky-ish would be a better version of a sheet than, say, cotton. Anyway, but cotton's just fine. Okay, so before you enter, open the closet door. Say out loud, anyone or anything that does not come from a place of love, you are not welcome in my house or in my space. Don't walk in. Say it again. Out loud. Anyone or anything that does not come from a place of love, you are not allowed to enter into my house or into my space. All negative energy, get out. I come with love and light, and I deem this my sacred space. Do that. Walk in. Lay down your linen. Okay, sit in the middle of it. Always staying up here. Positive, positive, positive. Just feel love. I mean, that's it. Just be content. Be peaceful. Meditate state of mind. Meditative state of mind. We'll later use binaural beats so to keep you guided and also to keep all that indistinct background noise out of your... And I don't think that you're capable of being distracted at this point, but just in case you are, there are tons of ways around it, and I'll teach you all of them. They're all binaural beats, by the way. Okay, so sit in the middle of your linen. Now, you're going to take the salt. Put the candle like over here. But please remember this. Wherever you put that candle, okay, you're going to make a circle of salt around you. You're sitting in the middle of a circle of a linen in a closet or a room where nobody's allowed to enter or exit. That's it. This is your sacred ceremonial thing. Nobody in, nobody out. And nothing but love is allowed in there. You already gave it the boot. All you have to do is tell it, and it has to listen. That's just the way it works. I promise you. So in order to allow for things to develop and manifest into your safe space, sacred space, you need to create it. So this is the first step in creating it. Literal creation of it. Sit in the circle, put the salt, put salt around yourself. You don't have to go like left or right. It doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and say go clockwise, not counterclockwise. That's a little technical. And I could also go on to say, you know, that you don't have to say anything, or maybe as you're making this salt circle around yourself, and you need to fully close that circle that you're sitting in the middle of. Now you've got that full salt circle around you. Now you are on top of your linen in the middle, sitting probably like Indian style in a closet. Light your candle, put it on a plate. Remember, do not have anything anywhere within reach of it so it can burn and catch everything on fire. Be smart, guys. It's a candle, it's fire. So light the candle just for a second. And then just say something, whatever makes you comfortable, but say it like with the intention of this. I want to connect with my spirit guides. I want to learn more. I really just come from love, and I designate this my safe space. I will never harm you. Don't harm me. I will never scare you. Please do not scare me. Do not creep up on me. If I ask you to leave me alone, please leave me alone. If I want to communicate with you, could you please communicate back with me? You will probably get reactions right then. So do that for as long as you want. Just stay with how I just said it. And then you need to thank them. Thank you for working with me. Thank you for being in my life and protecting me. Thank you for loving me. I am so sorry that I am so hard-headed that it took my whole entire life to realize you were just here to love me and show me the right way. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Now, blow out the candle. Now just sit there and just thank them. Just either don't say anything at all or just thank them a little bit longer. Remember, no fear. That's why you're going to blow out the candle. You're going to be in the dark now. So, at the completion of that, and there's no time limit. It could be 30 seconds. It could be 30 minutes. Whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Anyway, thank them. And then you make it very clear, okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the circle, or I'm going to go ahead and exit this circle now, and thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate having you in my life, and thank you so much for loving me and watching over me and protecting me. I'm going to go ahead and leave now, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. And remember, be very clear, please don't creep up on me. Don't scare me, and I won't scare you. I'm learning. I'm new at this. I'm trying my hardest to understand all of these things. So please, can we just like agree to have an agreement that I won't scare you, you won't scare me. Sometimes in certain places, sometimes I put a 3-foot rule. Like, could you please not come any closer to me outside of 3 feet? Please do not come any closer to me. Do not come up from behind me. Please only come in front of my face from at least 3 feet away, and very gently and comfortably let yourself be known. Please do not approach me unless I'm in here purposefully calling upon you to speak to you until I'm comfortable and ready, with the fact that you're in my life forever. There's more than one of you. There's lots of you. You're going to realize that you're a conduit now. And it's all love and light and energy. It's nothing, there's no bad, no negative is allowed. So thank you for your time, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the circle now. Now you can stand up, turn on the light, do whatever you want. I want you to take that linen and just pour the salt on the ground and just vacuum it up later. It doesn't matter. But that linen, you need to wrap it. Mine I have sitting in a very specific place. For a long time, for years, I would say, I would fold it in a very particular, I'm super OCD as it stands, so I folded it like a very particular way, and sometimes I would wrap like the candle that obviously was not lit, or whatever tool, like sage or whatever I wanted to use at that time for that thing that I had just used in that session. Inside of that, I just kind of wrap it in, put it in here, and then put it like in my top dresser drawer, and nobody can touch it because nobody knows it's there, because I've hidden clothes and things over it, and it wouldn't work for them, and even if they tried. So whatever. All right, so there you go. That's how you do that. That's your sacred space. Set one up when you get some time. You don't need to do it now, and you don't need to do anything with it but set it up, because pretty soon we're going to start using it. So that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my subscribers. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, weekend, year, life. Have a wonderful life. It is an awesome, awesome life. You got this. You got me too. I'm right here. I will answer any question ever. And unfortunately, oh God help you if you actually ask me a question, because I won't lie to you. I will look you straight in your face and tell you the truth. Now that's sort of a rare quality. Like, I don't even know how I would handle having more of me in the world, more people like me, but I do have a small handful of them that are exactly like me, and I love that about them. I don't have to like what they say, but they're right, and I respect it. So you don't have to like what I say. Don't ask me a question unless you want the truth, because I'm going to tell you. I'll never say anything that I would never say to your face. Fact. I would never say, I don't talk, I don't do gossip, drama, social media. None of that crap matters to me. I care about one thing and one thing only. You, and you waking up so that we, as a united we are one connected with all of this. And we're going to tear down things that don't work, and we're going to rebuild everything the right way, and finally make the suffering and all of it just going to get out. No more. So, ready to be my spirit guides? Ever seen a ghost before? Well, you're about to. Let's go. You guys have a good night. This is the last one I'm going to do on my spirit guides in this room right this second. Every light is off. I am doing nothing but taking the camera on my phone and putting it in a corner. Okay? I know that I can ask specific questions, such as, spirit guides, if you are here, could you please show me a sign right now? And this is where thank you. Yeah, microphone drop. Thank you, spirit guides. You want to see more? Spirit guides, are you happy that I'm speaking with you right now? Please indicate if you are. Thank you so much. Now do y'all understand. Thank you, spirit guides. Okay, so I'm going to literally do the exact same thing that I did with the camera facing a different direction. Spirit guides, if you are here and would like to communicate with me, please show yourself now. I'm going to go to the same four corners and give them a chance to translate yes or no. Spirit guides, if you are here, blink once for yes and two for no. Spirit guides, do you come from a place of love? We're going to go over to the third corner. They like this corner sometimes. How many of there are you? Please feel free to show me the number of orbs of spirit guides that are here with me right now. Again, this doesn't always show up on camera. Shows up after the fact. There's one. Are there 5 of you? Okay, so I obviously wasn't expecting my spirit guides to show up in the video, but here's kind of how it works. You already saw it once. See, there's 4 corners in the room that I'm in. Now, I'm not in the room like specifically with the cloth under me. I just know to use, light colored cloth. I know y'all see that. So, hi, spirit guides. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much for showing yourself to me. If you'd like, could you show yourself right now so that everyone else could see it too, please? And sometimes they come across as orbs, and a lot of the times they do not actually show up on camera. They only show up after the fact. So you just kind of scroll the 4 corners of any room. Remember, there's my cloth. I've done a lot of good work with that cloth. So, spirit guides, sometimes you can ask questions like, how many of there are you? Spirit guides, I just want to thank you for interacting with me. I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for being here and showing yourself to me. You are amazing. I don't think I've I'm so tongue-tied. I don't think I've ever seen anything so beautiful. You guys are just dancing around my room. I am absolutely in complete amazement. Do y'all want this? Then watch my videos. Get to know your spirit guides. Thank you, spirit guides. I will be in touch with you soon personally. I just wanted to show them that it's possible. Thank you so much for being here with me, with complete love and complete trust and no fear. Thank you, and I love you. This is the last one I'm going to do on my spirit guides in this room right this second. Every light is off. I am doing nothing but taking the camera on my phone and putting it in a corner. Okay? I know that I can ask specific questions, such as, spirit guides, if you are here, could you please show me a sign right now? And this is where thank you. Yeah, microphone drop. Thank you, spirit guides. You want to see more? Spirit guides, are you happy that I'm speaking with you right now? Please indicate if you are. Thank you so much. Now do y'all understand? Thank you, spirit guides.
Stop.